The museum was nearly silent, save for the hum of the overhead lights. Jill adjusted her name tag and stifled a yawn. She had drawn the short straw and was stuck on night duty again. Watch the exhibits, make the rounds every hour, her boss had said. Easy money, or so she thought. The Midnight Museum was known for its eclectic collection of artifacts, some of which had mysterious origins. Tonight, however, one exhibit in particular seemed to draw her attention. A new installation called The Wanderer. It was a life-size mannequin dressed in a Victorian-era suit with a face so detailed it was unsettling. The glass eyes seemed to follow her wherever she passed by. They should have called it the Creep, Jill muttered under her breath, making her first round through the halls. At 11:45, Jill heard it, a faint creak, like a floorboard shifting under weight. She froze. The museum was empty, or at least it should have been. Probably just the old building settling, she reassured herself. As she approached the Wanderer's display, her stomach tightened. The mannequin, previously posed with one hand resting on a cane, now had its hand pressed against the glass. Jill blinked, her mind scrambling for logic. Okay, maybe someone's messing with me, she said aloud, her voice shaky. She grabbed her walkie-talkie and called the security desk, but only static greeted her. Her gut told her to leave, but she had a job to do. Gripping her flashlight like a weapon, she shone the beam onto the Wanderer. The figure was still. Just my imagination, she muttered, but as she tried to leave, she swore she heard the faint sound of glass creaking, like something pressing harder against it. By 12:15, Jill was sweating. She kept hearing footsteps behind her, but every time she turned, the halls were empty. The museum felt wrong. The shadows seemed darker, the air heavier. When she circled back to the Wanderer's display, her heart dropped. The glass case was open. The mannequin was gone. She spun around, her flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. Hello? If this is a prank, it's not funny. Her voice echoed through the empty halls. Then she saw it, a shadow at the end of the corridor, tall, unmoving. She aimed her flashlight, and there it was, the Wanderer. Its head was tilted slightly, as if observing her. Nope, I'm out, Jill whispered, backing away. But as she turned, the lights flickered and went out completely. In the suffocating dark, she could hear it, the sound of slow, deliberate footsteps. The flashlight in her trembling hands barely lit the floor in front of her. She didn't dare aim it upward. A voice, deep and raspy, broke the silence. You shouldn't have stayed. Jill screamed and ran, her shoes echoing through the halls. She didn't know where she was going, only that she needed to get away. But no matter how far she ran, the footsteps followed. Turning a corner, she found herself back in front of the Wanderer's display. The mannequin was there, inside the glass case, but now it was smiling. Her reflection in the glass flickered. It wasn't her anymore. The figure looking back wore a Victorian-era dress, her face frozen in terror. The last thing Jill heard was the creak of the glass closing. The next morning, the museum opened as usual. Guests marveled at the lifelike mannequin in the new exhibit. No one noticed the faint handprint on the inside of the glass.